And that video is about Brandon Boyle and saying we won't negotiate for the debt ceiling. There should be no negotiation for the debt. So I want you to listen to Brandon. Representative Brandon, he is pretty good at what he says. Here we go.
Some Democrats are quietly joining Republicans, congressmen, in pressing for the president to start negotiating, do something. Is it not time for the White House to begin compromising? Could this meeting next week be the beginning of that process?
Well, it's great to be back with you. And, while there may not be that many legislative session days currently scheduled between now and May 31st, frankly, raising the debt ceiling is one of those things, unlike, say, passing a big budget bill. It's one of those pieces of legislation that's quite simple, literally only takes a paragraph. You could pass it in a day if there are the votes there. So there still actually is plenty of time between now and June 1st. In terms of negotiation, we Democrats have been very clear. When it comes to paying America's bills, there can be no negotiation on that. We have to pay our bills, meaning we have to raise the debt ceiling. We've done it 103 times since 1940. The majority of those happened under Republican presidents, by the way. Now, in terms of future spending, we're happy to negotiate about that. Frankly, we always have to negotiate about that because government funding, regardless of the debt ceiling, will run out by midnight, September 30th. So this sort of fairy tale that Kevin McCarthy is weaving that Democrats don't want to negotiate is just that, a fairy tale.
The Speaker McCarthy's House bill passing, even though very small, they squeaked through 217 to 215. But the fact that he did pull his caucus together to get it passed, does that increase his leverage in the talks next week?
I really question that, frankly. I mean, one of the challenges we've had throughout this process on the debt ceiling is just how many side promises and side deals Kevin McCarthy needed to make just to get, after 15 rounds of votes, his own side to elect him speaker. That has been a real impediment throughout this. There are so many extreme MAGA members of his caucus that have been driving the train on this. It has only made things more challenging. I don't think that has suddenly gone away just because Kevin McCarthy was finally able to win one substantive vote last week for the first time in 4 months of speakership.
Absolutely so. Absolutely so. So again, folks, no negotiations on the debt ceiling. I did a piece earlier today. Look at my newsletter, politicsdoneright.com/newsletter, where I covered Robert Reich. He believes that we should simply use the 14th Amendment to solve the issues. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.